Hello, welcome back, and we want to populate this connection to the rest of the position that frames the same way. And let me just first of all, because it seems our clone settings is not working properly, so let me just select that, all these sections, and once I've done so, I want just to populate them. I want to copy it this far end, so I'll just right click and come and just use the conventional way and place it somewhere there. And once I've done so, right click and come to special copy and zoom out. I'll be able to select on that section and turn it round like that, and I'll be able to see I have my connection in place right there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to select all these sections here, turn it around like that, and select the gusset plate right there, and come here and select everything right there and press Ctrl and select that. If I turn it around like that, I'll be able to right click and come to special copy and pick on mirror, and I'll define my mirror line from that spot right there and terminate it right there. So I'll go ahead and click run. So the moment I click run, I'll be able to close that and come to close that and try to check whether our our mirror is okay. Let me just confirm that. If I turn it around like that, I'll be able to see we have our end plate in place on that side. We have another one on this side, and we have another one on that side, and we have another one on this side. Perfect. So what we're going to do is just to complete the bracing here. We brace that to that. So let's use this tool here. I want to select on that and select on this, right click and see whether we can create a connection, or I can use that, this and that, right click, see whether we can have a connection here. We can have a connection, but the bracing is somehow creating a clash on the other end. So I'll select on it, press letter M and click and press enter on your keyboard and give some time to reappear so that we can readjust it further. So let's give it some time further to get the editor dialog box here. So in here, I'll be able to maybe come to parts, and I don't want these gusset plates there, right and left. Let me get rid of them there and click OK. So I don't need the top gusset plate and the bottom gusset plate at this far end. So I'll come to figure here. So under figure, I want to modify this further to maybe 100. Let's see where it will take us. 100 is way big. Let's try 50 right there, and 50 we are there. And this one we can take it to 100 and try that, and we are in the right position. We can get it to 150, and we can get it somewhere there. 50 or 90 will be okay, and click OK. So I can give it like that. So we have 50 and 90, and I'll click OK and give it I'll click apply and give it an OK, and we have it. We have that one right there. So we want to brace that way all the way. I'll come here and select on that, select on this, right click, and once I've done so, press select any member, press letter M, press enter on your keyboard, and we give some time the dialog box to appear so that we can be able to edit, feed in our preferred entries here that will be able to modify this gusset plate to the right position, or to a position that will be to our liking. Let me just do that and apply, and I'll come to figure and I'll feed in here 90, and this one will be 50. Will be okay for that, and click apply and give it an OK. So I'll go the opposite direction and do the similar thing. I'll come here and I want to bolt that to that, right click, and I'll right click once again and select on that plate, press letter M and press enter on your keyboard to break the dialog box so that we can customize it further. So let me just give it some time for the dialog box to reappear, and here we are, and I'll come to parts and I'll get rid of these gusset plates, both right and left and click on OK and come to figure here, and I'll feed here in here 90, and I can go further and feed it 50 right there and apply and give it an OK. I'll come to the opposite direction here and do the same thing. I'll come here, select on that, right click, and I want to right click once again, select on that plate, press letter M and enter on your keyboard right there, and we want to customize it further. So let's just give it some time so that we feed in the right figures for our gusset plate. So there, here we are. I'll come to the parts, and I want to get rid of any gusset plate or any stiffener for the gusset plate. So I'll go ahead and click apply and give it an OK. I'll come to the gusset plate itself, and I'll feed in here 90 and give it 50 right there and apply and give it an OK. So here we are, and I'll turn this side also, and I'll do the same thing. I want to brace that to that and right click. So and right click once again, press letter M and enter on your keyboard and give it some time to appear so that we can edit it further to match it the way we want it to be. So let me just give it some time, and I'll come here and under parts, and I get rid of any stiffener for the gusset plate right there and click apply, and I'll come to figures and I'll change that to 90 and change this to 50 and click apply right there. So that might be too small, so I can go further and give it 50 right there and click apply, and I can go 40 and click apply. This one come to 20, and 20 will be okay for us, so it should be 50-20 right there. Click apply and give it an OK. So I'll turn this side also and do the same thing here, and click on that spot, and click apply. So I'll be able to get rid of these stiffeners. So I'll be able to select on that member, press letter M and click press enter on the keyboard right there, and give some time, give the dialog box to appear, give it some time to appear. And the moment it appear, we will find a way of getting rid of these stiffeners. So let me come to parts here and get rid of any stiffener for the gusset plate right there. Get rid of that, click apply and give it an OK, and select on that, press letter M, and enter on your keyboard. That will bring the editing dialog box for that particular macro that we just used here. So let's give it some time, and the appearance of that dialog box, it depends on the speed of your computer, and sometimes it lags. So let me go back and select on that member and press letter M and enter and give it some time to reappear. Let's give it some time, it's coming, and I think it's very close, and here we are. And what I'm going to do here is I'll just come to that and feed in 20 and feed in here 50, and I'll go ahead and click apply. So there we are. So the moment I click OK, and I'll come here and select on that insert plate, stiffen, and press letter M and enter, I'll find a way of getting rid of that stiffener so that it doesn't create a clash between the gusset plate and the stiffener here. So let's give it some time. And there we are. And if I come to parts here, I have that stiffener on the frame, so I can go ahead and click OK and we get rid of it. So we'll do the same thing repeatedly until you get to the other side. So that's how you can do it perfectly well. So we'll come back to create some connections here. So we'll terminate that, we cut that to that, we cut here, then we weld this member to this small framing into the cage ladder. So remember, this member will come together with the handrail, and this will be, and the cage ladder will be just bolted to this. So bye bye, let's be done, and on the next presentation we'll further go into detailing of our elevated water tank. Bye bye, don't forget to subscribe.